Hello, everyone. Dr. Vicky here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center. Today is the 15th of November. It's a Friday, and we have a full moon in the sign of Taurus at 24 degrees of Taurus. Um, that full moon is conjunct Uranus at 25 degrees of Taurus. Um, we also have Saturn that just before the full moon stationed direct at 13 degrees of Pisces. And Venus, which is in Capricorn now, is square the nose of the moon. That's always significant. The resolution node being the south node of the moon. Um, how do we resolve our sense of being stuck and not being able to move forward? Well, we have to renegotiate our relationships from the past. We have to renegotiate our relationship to power. And I'm speaking to everybody, but especially to women. Um, we don't have to stand for this. We don't have to stand for this. So I thought I would look at uh, the cards, see what comes up. And I'm using the Thoth Deck. So I'm calling in the big guns. And I guess what I want to ask the cards is what is this full moon uh, revealing to us at this time? We still have Pluto in Capricorn. That won't change until the 19th. Pluto and Capricorn are the plutocrats, the people who have all the money, who make all the decisions. This this election definitely has the stink of dark money. And misogyny. Okay, let's see. We start with sorrow. This is heartbreak. This is pain, suffering, dark night of the soul, feeling betrayed. That is the environment right now. This is located in Bina, the Black Sephirot, right there, connected to the divine feminine. It is connected to Saturn on the Tree of Life, and Saturn is moving direct today. In fact, let me see what the Sabian symbol is for that. Okay, this is what it says. An ancient sword used in many battles is displayed in a museum. I got the rest of this information from jamesburgess.com. It's a great website with the Sabian symbols on it. It says single-pointed certainty of purpose. Rather like a wand, the sword directs our attention towards one and only one thing, and thus concentrates the will. Develop sharpness of intent. There is no greater tool or weapon for the spiritual aspirant than the power of will. It sharpens the mind and impassions the thrust of projection forward. So will is often symbolized by the sword. Those whose path has shown remarkable determination to overcome obstacles develops appropriate reputation and stands as an example of courage for others to emulate. Single-pointed certainty of purpose. Do we not have our single certainty of purpose, folks? Do we not see what's going on? Are we going to allow the dark to overtake us? Bina is the place of the dark night of the soul, We are going through a dark night of the soul right now. When we go through the dark night of the soul, the only light we will find is the light within, the God within each and every one of us that resides in our heart of hearts. The challenge. This is about the ending of a cycle, the ending of an age. It is a Saturn card as well. 2 Saturn cards. This on the tree of life is located right here, right there, between Isad, the purple one, and Malkuth, the moon and the earth. When the moon is full, it is conjunct the earth, as astrologically. And so the earth is also conjunct Uranus right now, the earth that we stand on. This in the human body, in the female human body, would be the birth canal, where life comes onto the planet. We can see the Vesica Pisces here, right? This is like the vagina with something coming, something being born. We're in the midst of labor pains. Strength, lust, another vagina, really. This is about to remind us this is a spiritual awakening. This is a time when the will of the divine or the will of spirit must work through us. I think we need to use our voices while we still can. If not for us, for the future, for our children, our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren. In the past, the Prince of Wands. In this deck, this is the King. The King of Wands is the fiery king, the inspirational king that believes what they believe and acts on their beliefs, has dominion over what they believe. This is an Aries vibration. Chiron is in Aries right now. In fact, the United States just had its second hit of its Chiron return on the 8th of November. Let's see what's in the sky. The Queen of Swords sits for justice. In this deck, she has the head of somebody, a leader. This full moon conjunct Uranus is also conjunct the fixed star Algol, called the most evil star in the sky. It is also the head of the Medusa. And the Medusa was one of 3 sisters, I think. But she was, I believe, raped by, I want to say Apollo, but I'm not sure about that. Poseidon. I think it was Poseidon. And she was a goddess of Athena or Artemis. I can't remember which one. Might have been Athena. And so because she lost her virginity, she was blamed and turned into a beast that would turn a man to stone if he looked at her. Now it turned, I guess, anyone to stone, but it was mostly men, I think, that tried to overcome her. Finally, Perseus did, using his shield as a mirror, so he didn't look directly at her. Because if he looked directly at her, he would turn to stone. Perhaps men need to start looking directly at us. I'm not so sure how unlucky Medusa is for women. This is in the sky. This is a possibility. What is that? Cut off the head of the snake kind of deal? The immediate future? Defeat. For who? Who will be defeated? Somebody is going to lose. This is also abuse of power. How it's seen from the outside. Perfect science. Perfect order. Perhaps this is part of the divine order. Mercury in Aquarius. 6 swords in the heart. It is a balance. It is a balance. There's a balance here. Science. Domestic situation. The Hermit. The Hermit is about healing. It's about sharing your wisdom, shining your light in the darkness. The creative hand of God. Hopes and fears. The Devil. This is about greed. Being trapped by the lower worlds. It's about choosing between the light and the dark. Outcome. The 8 of Pentacles. There is still work to be done. It's called Prudence, a lady's name, right? It says to keep working. The tree continues to grow. The work at hand, Sun in Virgo. This is also a Virgo card. So we have 2 Virgo cards here. And the one thing that Virgo does do is it never gives up. It's persistent. Persistence and prudence pays off. See if we can get a major. Debauchery. This feels like the winners, right? Illusion, delusion, the 7 of Cups. Prudence, keep working, keep counting. Keep counting. Detest the illusion, perhaps. Strife, people are not happy. People taking up arms, perhaps. But it could be spiritual arms as opposed to actual arms. I would say that's what these cards are asking us to do. I would never suggest regular arms. Choice. Lovers, the choice is ours. Underneath it is peace. Concentration, focus, magician, as above, so below, and dominion, 2 of Wands. The 2 of Wands, dominion. Dominion over your fire, control. We have 2 twos. You see that? These are both balances. And then a focused intention. The choice is ours. The power is in our hands. We do not have to accept what we're being asked to accept. We are the people we've been waiting for, and we need to do it in our own way. We need to focus on our own strength. The root of this reading. What is your strength? How can you utilize your strength? You behead the monster. I think these cards are telling us that somebody will be defeated. It's our choice as to who. The end is coming. Is it the end of the pain, the sorrow? It's our choice. That's what the cards say. All right. Take care of yourselves. Be aware and take care. Everything up to this point has been practice, I think. Now the rubber meets the road, and it's up to us. And while voting in this country, in America, is a way for us to get our point across, I think we need to maybe hold accountable. How can we expect to trust anything if we're lied to over and over again? And then when we amass our hearts and soul and move in a direction, and the powers that be say, oops, I guess it just wasn't enough. We're the people we've been waiting for, guys. I don't know how, and I don't really even know when. I do think that over the next few months, we're going to see things, we're going to know things, we're going to find things out. And I hope we make the right choice. Take care, everyone. Namaste.